All right, that's a little better. Hi, it's Mike from Inland Reviews, and it is the 20th of March 2025 at 6:50 p.m. I know that because I'm wearing my Tudor Hydronaut 89190. It's one of my favorite watches because it's Rolex quality at a better price. The essence of Tudor. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit today and explain something about the way I see tariffs. Okay, so the United States, since World War II, has had very low tariffs on other countries. We had the Marshall Plan, we won World War II, we were a superpower, and so we wanted to help other countries get their economies up and going because a lot of them were wrecked after World War II, and that's all in good. But that's had an effect on the United States, the United States and our American workers. Other countries, their government subsidizes some of their products. Even right now, Canada subsidizes their electric, and so therefore their aluminum is a little bit better priced than ours, and they can bring it into our country at a lower tariff rate. And then what does that do? It kills the American aluminum industry. It's great for Canada, and I like Canada. I love Canadians, but we have to be fair. So we have to have equal tariffs, and that's good. And so I want to show you this thermos that I got probably about 50 years ago, 49 years ago. Okay, these are really good thermoses, all right? You kind of recognize it. And they were made, when I bought this, they were like 20 bucks. And 49 years ago, that was expensive. But they were made in Nashville, Tennessee. And the factory down there producing these and other products had about 1,100 workers. Okay, so, and that was, I think they built that in like 1980. Anyway, this one, I got it like in 1977. It was $20. Which was a lot of money in 1977, 76. 76, I was making $5.19 an hour working at a steel mill in a union. So, but I paid 20 bucks for my thermos, and I've carried it for years and years. It's one of the things that have lasted me a half a century. But, so in 2002, I think it was, another company from the West bought this company out, and of course, they decided, hey, we got cheaper labor in China, and since there's no tariffs protecting the American worker, well, we're gonna ship this over here. Now, imagine you got a factory here that costs millions of dollars to run. You're paying American workers a living wage, and so say this thermos that cost $20 50 years ago, maybe it cost you $10 to make it. So now you ship that work over to China, and now maybe it cost you $5 to make that. So the company that owns this, now we're charging maybe $22 for the same thermos, okay? And so about 17 of those dollars is profit instead of 10. So of course the company, the company and the board of directors, they contract the work out in China. And 1,100 Americans now don't have a job making that product that I bought. And now multiply this thousands and thousands of times, and that's the reason this country's in the shape that it's in. They probably bought steel from an American or a Canadian company, and they stamped the steel out to make those, and that added value to the state of Tennessee. Well, now these things come from China with a very low tariff, if any tariff at all. And so the company's making probably better money than when they employed Americans. And their profit margins went up, which is, companies are in business to make money. They're not in business to employ people. So wherever they can go and make money, that's where they're going to go. That's just the nature of business. But it's not fair to the American worker. If an American product pays a 50% or 25% tariff, but if you bring it back in this country and they pay a 3% tariff, it's just not fair. So tell me if I'm wrong, convince me if I'm wrong on this, but reciprocal tariffs is the only idea in the last 50 years that's in favor of American workers. And I believe that's why you saw a coalition form this time for an election. Somebody has to look out for American workers. And both parties in the 1980s, they did not. I can tell you this because I worked in a steel mill, and foreign steel was dumped here, and it killed the American steel industry. There's just a few companies left, and we were bought out by foreign companies, which takes an American company and guts it. It only takes what makes money, and anything else they close up. That's the way it's like having a hedge fund buy your company. They gut it and they take it to the bone, and the only thing left is what makes a profit. And their stock in the old days would go up. If you lay off 5,000 people, your stock's going up, because the company's not in business to employ people. They're in business to make a profit. Well, if I'm wrong, convince me of this, because I don't see where I'm wrong. But we need to have it, they say a fair trade. Well, it was never fair for us, okay? It wasn't fair for Americans. It was fair for other countries because they dumped stuff in our country, put us out of business, and they call that fair trade. No, I want real fair trade. If a foreign country puts a tariff on American, any kind of product, cars, whatever, put that tariff on theirs coming here. And they're going to scream and they're going to cry about it, because for 80 years they had a hell of a good deal ripping us off. And that deal's over. I'm sorry, but it's time to be fair. And I would like to bring American jobs back to America. Hit the video, hit like, hit subscribe. Tell me if I'm wrong on this video. And I don't blame other countries for protecting their workers and their businesses, but it's time that we do the same thing. All right, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.